What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Casual Conversation, episode number 2, baby. Hope you guys enjoy the show.
Welcome to the greatest podcast on the face of the earth.
Dun, da 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 ch, da 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 da. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back. Episode number 2. Count 'em.
Dose.
2. Count 'em. 2 of Casual Conversation with Will and Gary.
That's
Episode number 2, baby. We actually have a name for the podcast. How about that?
Heck yeah. It was.
The last time we didn't really know.
Yeah. We're making progress.
We're
for
making
sure.
progress, son. We came prepared this time. We don't really have any cool stories this time.
No, man, I got cool stories out the wazoo.
Oh, never mind. We do have some cool stories. Okay.
They don't have to be current.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, I'm not gonna just jump into a cool story right away though.
I didn't say
and I may not.
I'm giving a
I may not now, but I mean, you can't just discount that I don't have any cool stories.
Well, I didn't know you had any cool stories. You didn't specify that you had some cool ones.
Bro, I had one cool story last time. That's not the only cool thing that's ever happened to me, Will. Has there never been anything cool happen to you? Get your hand out of your pants.
No, I'm pretty dude, don't put me on blast like that. Come on. We don't have video yet. They couldn't see me. But we are working on video, like we said before.
Yeah,
Just
we're
give us
not
some
working
time.
on manners though.
This is my house. I'll do what I want. Well, anyway, how was your week, Gary? What'd you do this week?
Man, school was hectic.
Lame.
Dude, seriously though, I'm in this group project. And I hope these people don't listen to this podcast.
Why?
Because the amount of work that I do in comparison to the amount
Oh
of
my
work that
God.
they do is just, it's off balance, and I'll leave it at that. I'm not gonna
Well,
complain.
I mean, that's what everybody says, though.
You're right.
If I went and asked them the work
Are you
balance in the
familiar
group,
with the Pareto principle?
no, I'm not. Explain it.
Have you ever heard of the 80-20 rule?
Not necessarily. Elaborate.
This is like a real thing. Not lying. Like,
I
I'm not
okay,
making
I
this
believe
up.
you. Elaborate.
So the Pareto principle, otherwise known as the 80-20 rule, is a principle in work that 80% of the work gets done by 20% of the population. So basically, more like a small amount of a group will get 80% of it done, whereas it's like if there are 4 people, one person's probably going to get 80% of it done, whereas the other 3 people are just going to help contribute in a smaller way.
That makes sense.
So
That's always how it was when I was in a group.
yeah,
But I wasn't.
I mean, it's a
main
real thing.
contributor
They teach it to us. I mean, I don't know if it's. I don't know if it's true, but I guess I believe it.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's been my week. How's your week been, Will?
It's pretty good, man. Just a normal week. I actually just signed up to go register for classes today.
Ooh, getting back in the college swing.
College, woo. College dropout, woo. Stay in school, kids.
As I'm getting out, you're going in.
Just a disclaimer. I've been before.
He was
but-
good. He's a smart dude.
No, well, I wasn't good though.
He was a horrible student, but
horrible student.
he's smart. He's smart. He was the salutatorian of our class.
But with age
That's number
comes
2, man.
experience.
Shout out BJ Bush. That's the first shout out on episode 2.
First shout out today.
He was our valedictorian.
BJ Bush.
Dude, he's working on like jet planes
He
now
works at the
in
airport.
Little
bro.
Rock.
He's an aerospace
Engineer.
Yeah. That sounds really fancy.
Shout out, man. That's a powerful shout out.
That's a powerful shout out.
Anyways, Will was second to that dude.
Yeah, but he was like leaps and bounds above all of the other ones.
Everybody.
Yeah, and the tie, there was like a 10-way tie for second place, but
I don't
somehow
think
I got it.
I honestly don't. I was like 3rd or 4th in the class, and I don't think.
Well, it was a
we-
minuscule amount between
Well,
like
we only had
second and
26 kids in the class. There wasn't much
10th. So
competition.
that diminishes my credentials a little bit.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to poop on your.
He's
on-
pooping.
I'm not trying to poop on your accomplishments. I'm just saying.
But yeah, I'll go.
That's cool though, man.
Next
You're back in
Tuesday.
school.
Yeah,
you're gonna be back in
Not
school.
next Tuesday. Excuse me, 2 Tuesdays away. And I go. It's gonna be kind of difficult though, 'cause I got a full-time job. I don't know how that's gonna work.
Yeah. Well, you think it's easy?
I didn't say it
Did you
was
think
easy.
it
I
was
just said
gonna
I
be
don't know how it's
easy?
gonna work.
Did you think it was gonna
No,
be easy?
Jesus, no.
Then what? I don't understand.
I just said I didn't know how it was gonna work. That's why I'm going to ask a bunch of questions.
You're gonna make it work. I believe in you, Will.
Solid, dude. Thanks.
Anyways, that's really exciting. So, have you heard about the dude that mailed a bunch of bombs to like all
I
the
actually
congressmen?
today I saw it was like one of those headlines when I pulled up Google Chrome or whatever,
Yeah.
and it said Trump speaks about the mail bomber, like the MAIL bomber, not the MALE bomber.
Yeah.
But but I was like, dude, I wonder what that is, but I didn't click on it because I didn't have time. You got you got any deets on it?
Honestly, no. I just
Why'd you even bring it
no,
up?
I just
then?
have it, dude. I just have like somebody told me the premise of it that some dude mailed a bunch of bombs to.
So it's like the Unabomber.
Yeah, he mailed a bunch of bombs to like the Clintons, the Obamas, like he mailed it to like all these different congressmen that he didn't like or whoever it was. I don't know if it's a he or she. I'm not hating. Anyway,
Are you assuming the gender of the
No,
bomber?
no, dude.
Dude, you're assuming the gender.
No,
Yeah, you are.
no, I
you
have
take that back.
Yeah, no, I'm not
We're gender
trying-
neutral.
I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm not trying to offend anyone. No, but I just think it's crazy that we live in a world where if you don't like somebody, you can just mail a bomb to them. Is that
Mail
not
the bomb,
wild?
dude. We don't like you, so we're just gonna mail you a
No,
bomb.
we're the-
hope we hope
the
you
mail
die.
bomber.
And we hope
Again,
you
we're
die.
not. Again, that's not gender specific. It's MAIL.
We're actually talking about mail.
Mail.
Like you get
It's the
from
mail
mailman.
bomber.
or
Yeah.
mail woman
Yeah.
or mail being.
You gotta watch your words nowadays.
That's true.
Anyways,
No, I didn't see that.
What's your take on that? That's just my take on it. Is it's crazy.
Well, I don't know any details about it.
No, I mean just
mean,
from
I-
what we have to go off of. We're not trying to get into the deets and be political. man.
Well, it's 2018. I would assume that I don't know what service they were using. You know, you have United States Postal Service, UPS, FedEx, all those, etc. I don't know how that you don't get that in a screening. Like, do they not check the packages that people bring to them? You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, how do they not know that there's a bomb in the
I don't know.
package that somebody's trying to ship?
My dad works for UPS.
You bet-
I'll find out.
Go get a hot take from him.
Well, hey,
See what he has
I'll
to
get
say
a hot.
about it.
Hey, I will get a hot take, and I'll bring it back to episode 3. So we'll just keep you hanging on that.
We'll keep you hanging on the mail bomber.
The mail bomber. Just keep that in the back of your mind.
Keep the mail. Oh, dude. Oh,
No,
anyway.
since we're on politics, I do have one thing to bring up.
Okay, lay it on me.
It's a civil duty of the citizen of the United States to vote, and it's voting. Oh gosh,
Oh no,
what? Courtney?
she's doing it again. Dinner's ready.
Okay, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back. And we're back. In black. Hit the sun.
Yeah, man, we're full too. So I was talking about the civil duty that you owe to your state about elected officials and everything.
Elected officials. I do vote. I
Yeah.
voted it in.
It's early vote, so I mean, I guess you don't have to do it.
You don't have to
know,
early
today.
vote.
Today's the early vote, but you should.
I do vote.
definitely
Yeah, I vote. I voted in every election that I was eligible for, I guess you could say. Because I've been eligible for too long, but long enough.
All right, so you got some sick topics.
Dude, hang on. Oh, yeah, I was going to ask. Yeah, I do have some sick topics. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Okay.
I was going to ask how your guitar show went.
My guitar show.
Your guitar show. Gary had a guitar show.
It went well.
It was kind of a unique situation, but Give us a couple of details on your guitar show.
I mean, it went well. I was asked by some friends of mine and to play at a funeral. I was under the impression it was a funeral. It was more of a commemoration, something that they like put at like where they go to church at. It was kind of like this cross type thing, this statue cross type thing, and it was like this little ceremony where they just kind of commemorated his life, and they all said something nice about him. I mean, it was really
cool.
nice. You could definitely tell that the people cared about this man. I didn't know him. I was just asked to play a little bit of music, and I just kind of melodically played.
Okay. See, okay, that makes more sense. 'Cause I thought it was like a funeral service,
No,
and then
yeah,
they just
it
asked you to
was-
go up there and rock. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
didn't know how that would work.
I did play as it got a little more light, like as the setting got more light and the ceremony was over. There were people like they were just kind of visiting, and it wasn't like a super, like he died some time ago. So,
was he old?
I don't know. He was a professor at Hendrix College.
Professor Oak?
No, not Professor Oak. I really didn't know just too much about him. That's about all I picked up from everybody. I mean, I was just the music man.
I gotcha.
So
Well,
I
did you catch his name?
Yes.
Professor Oak?
No, it's not Professor Oak. Oh my gosh, I did. I cannot remember his name though. It's slipping my mind, man.
Well,
Like I said,
I was just
man,
gonna-
I was just the music man. Just quit grilling me.
I'm
right
not grilling.
now.
You're
grilling me over there.
I'm not grilling. I was
not grilling.
I was just gonna say rest in peace, but
That's why you got fast food, 'cause you weren't grilling.
I don't know his name, so just rest in peace, Professor Oak. That's what I'm gonna call him.
There you
No,
go.
no, for real though. Rest in peace. I hope he lived a full life.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, man. People talked highly of him. He did a lot.
That's good. That's good.
Dude. So speaking of grilling, I did some grilling last night for a friend of mine. And
Type of meat.
I went by Kroger and got some grass-fed ribeye steaks.
Vegetarian fed.
Yeah, dude. And so I picked those up. I marinated them. This is why I'm telling you this story. So I marinated two steaks differently. So I did the classic, Worcestershire with salt, which helps kind of, tenderize the meat and everything, add flavor, all that.
You gotta tenderize your meat.
You do. You definitely. And so
Definitely, dude.
quit looking at me like that.
Like what?
You're the way you're looking at me. And then on the other one, I blended up a pineapple into like a soup, and I poured it in a bag with the steak, and I just let it enzymatically tenderize it. And so I pulled them out. I pulled them out, and dude, the pineapple was noticeably more tender than the one that I had beaten with a mallet and salted. Like, it was noticeably more
Interesting.
tender. And so I grilled them, and they were both great. Don't get me wrong, but I would definitely recommend trying to marinate. And the thing about it is, you don't get a pineapple taste. You can wash it off and then just re-season it, like with some salt that you want to do, or maybe like some Worcestershire, both, or whatever you want to do.
Huh.
And it won't taste anything like pineapple, but your meat is still super tender. I would highly recommend this. It's
tender meat.
yeah.
So
I'm telling you, we don't have
you wash it
video
off,
yet,
though.
but he's like looking at me really weird.
I'm
right
not even
now.
looking at him. So like, how long did you let it soak?
Too long because it was like so tender. It was like so tender. It was almost too tender.
So
And I let it.
so
I left
maybe
it
the
on.
pineapple makes it too tender.
No. I left it on there too long.
Are you sure?
because I left it on. Like, yeah, the dude that I watched on YouTube do it, he only left it on there an hour, and I left it on there for like around about 5 or 6 hours.
So you ruined it.
No, it was really good. It was super good, but it was on the borderline of just like too tender. So
The meat was too tender. What's your favorite type of steak?
steak.
Like your favorite cut?
I mean, like, are we just going off taste? Are we going off like the convenience?
Just your all around favorite. Like, you got the main classics. You got
mean,
like a sirloin or ribeye, a
See,
strip.
a sirloin. You see, well, I say that. No, dude, New York. The New York
The
strip.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, the New York strip is definitely my cut of meat.
I like those. I guess I
Dude,
just
the
I'd have to
ribeye
go with
that
the
I
ribeye,
tried-
I guess.
Dude, the
It's-
ribeye
it's
is
just
good,
a classic.
and it's more. It really is supposed to be more tender than a strip. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on
I don't
that.
know
There's
for
some
sure.
there's some meat lover out there going, "Screw you, man!" It's
Meat lovers.
I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure ribeye is supposed to be more tender. So
It might be. I don't know for sure. I don't know much about steaks.
yeah, dude.
I'll have to try
I-
the pineapple technique though.
Okay, so I'm in this class, and we literally talk about. It's called experimental food science, and it's like a 3-part class. I'm in the 3rd part of it, and we literally learn about like food and how chemically it like what happens and like how to do things and just to understand cooking and food more. And we have this section where we go over proteins and meats, and we have a lab over it. So it's coming up. I'll let you know.
Give me
I'll let you
do
know
you-
because I'm pretty sure we do have to identify like the different cuts of meat.
so you have a lab
especially on
about
beef.
it. So will you get a packet?
Do what? Yeah, I'll get a little lab
You get a
packet.
little lab packet.
Yeah,
Well,
for
when you
sure.
get done, just let me take a look ski.
She gives it to us, and we usually turn it in after class.
You don't get it back
No.
ever.
Oh well. No. No,
You
we
don't get it back ever. That's dumb.
She's never given us back, dude. She's a really good teacher. I like her. She's my advisor. But she can lack about like being online. Like she'll put things that like some teachers will have things like very, very organized. Like I have this one teacher. Her name is Miss Sheastel.
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 She is very organized with her stuff. Like you can look at November 25th and you'll know exactly what's due on that day.
Yeah.
And you'll know, like, she'll have all the stuff out in like a linked thing. It's like very organized on Blackboard. And
That's the kind of teacher I like.
yeah. Well, I mean, I like Dr. Landry. She's gonna be listening to this. She's gonna be.
You just called her out.
Yeah.
Way to go.
But I like Dr. Landry, but she's not as organized, which I'm not organized. So haters gonna hate, right?
Haters gonna hate, boy.
Anyways, I'll let you know if I do get the packet back, Dr. Landry, if you're hearing this, please give me my meat packet back in the lab,
No,
please, because
do
I
me a
need-
solid and request to get the packet back.
I can do that. I will do that.
Make a direct request.
I will.
Say, I
and
need my
I'll-
meat packet
I will.
because I have to show it to my friend because he's
I'm gonna-
interested in meat.
Yeah, I'll even tell her. I'll be like, started a podcast, and my friend wants to know. I don't care if she listens to this, bro. I'm being honest.
I don't care if any.
Anybody
I
can listen
hope
to
everyone
this.
in the world listens to this.
Dude, this is authenticity at its finest. Not even kidding.
Authenticity, baby. Okay.
Food's good, but what else you got, man?
Authenticity. Okay. This is kind of a weightier subject, but I want to get your opinion on it.
Oh, wait.
Weightier.
Can we weightier?
Weightier, like heavy. It's weightier.
Is that a word?
Weightier, like
Weightier?
yeah, it's like heavier. It's weightier. Is that not?
I
Is that a
don't-
word?
Dude, I don't think that's a word. You just
I'm about-
continue.
No, I'm googling it right now.
No, dude, you just continue. You're throwing off the audience. I'll Google. You talk. It's a weightier subject. Talk about your weightier
Weighty
subject.
is a word. Comparative adjective. Weightier. Weighing a great deal. Heavy. Synonyms: heavy, thick, bulky, hefty, cumbersome, ponderous, of great seriousness and importance.
It is. It's an adjective.
Boom, baby, my
Yeah, it's an
vocabulary is
adjective.
sharp.
It's an adjective.
Sharp.
Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah,
I
I've
still
been
don't
reading
sound right.
books.
I'll You keep reading those books. So talk about your weighty subject.
Okay, okay.
Nobody cares about the spelling or the grammar or I mean,
Okay.
the
Well,
one that brought it up.
I'm not gonna name any names for just privacy of individuals. But
How authentic?
I was talking to one of my pals, and his I guess it'd be his girlfriend. No, it's his wife. It's his wife. He was talking about how she deals with like depression and like a little bit of anxiety and like just feeling down on herself. And I was like, yeah, man, that can be a real tough subject to tackle. Not only for the reason that it's people, might have difficulty talking about that if that happened to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like if, they go through that, they might, struggle opening up to somebody about it, like it might just be a difficult thing for them to talk about. But anyway, what I wanted to ask you was, he was talking about how he tried to help her and stuff, like give her console her, try to, lift her up a little bit. But I was saying like it's very difficult in that situation to comfort somebody that's like been through something that you haven't. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like she's obviously gone through stuff in her life that, I haven't or he hasn't. So it was very difficult for him to try and, give her some comfort. It's not that he didn't care what she
Yeah.
was talking about. It was just hard for him to, like sympathize with her, I guess, because he'd never gone through the same thing. So that like got me to thinking, like, if somebody, is going through like not a mental breakdown, but like
Just
any
anything.
mental illness or like a mental, not even necessarily mental, they're just going through something. Like how would you, as their friend or like as somebody trying to give them advice, like how would you like try and like lift their spirit, I guess, or like how would you try to like help them through the situation even though you haven't experienced anything like it?
Yeah.
Cuz like he's in kind of a predicament where he obviously cares about her, it's his wife, but he just doesn't know how to approach it, I guess, because she had some things that came up in her past and that kind of messed with her mentally. But like he's never had any of that
Yeah.
stuff happen.
Okay.
So it was like hard for
so-
him to, I guess, kind of, I don't even know what the word would be. It was just kind of hard for him to
empathize.
empathize. Yeah, I guess.
So empathy. Do you know what empathy is?
Yeah.
Empathy is being able to feel somebody else's feelings, and you said that it can be difficult. He feels like it can be difficult to have that empathy for her because he hasn't felt that. So what I would say is, first you have to decide whether or not the person you're talking about you care enough to have that empathy for. If that's his wife, he obviously does, hopefully anyways. And you have to recognize that life is difficult. Like, that's not a good excuse, in my opinion, is that it's difficult. He finds it difficult to empathize with her.
No, I don't think you get what I'm saying. I'm saying like he wants to like express his concern and his love toward her, but when he says like, yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm here for you, I'll listen to you, I'll do the best that I can to, make you feel better. But like she's talking about some subjects that, like how can he put himself in in those shoes when it's like a very drastic like subject, like saying,
look into whatever she's dealing with.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, say, there's a couple examples you could use. Like, say, as a child, like one of your parents like disowned you. They like didn't want anything to do with you, or you were abused or something. Like, what
Yeah.
does somebody do that like didn't experience anything even close to that? Like, he doesn't even know how to like comprehend that
Yeah.
in his brain.
I mean, I get what you're saying.
because that's
for
like never
sure.
even happened. Which I thought the same thing too. Like, because like I always try and talk to people about stuff that they're going through, but it would be difficult for me to, try and comfort someone and give my, not necessarily my opinion, but like my advice on a certain situation.
Yeah, I mean,
when
you
I
can't-
when
I
I
don't really
don't
think.
when I've never even experienced anything close to that before. You
I-
kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And it wasn't that he was it wasn't that he was being selfish and didn't want to. It was just she wasn't, and like she would say back to him like, well, she appreciated him trying to, be there for her, but she would say that, you can't really understand because
yeah.
it's never happened to you.
Yeah, see, like I don't think people like that are looking for advice necessarily.
Yeah, that's true.
They're
That's
looking,
also true.
They're looking for they're just looking for somebody to be there and just be comfortable with. Like, just show them love, because you can't take away what's happened to them, and it's it's not okay that it happened to them, but they have to be okay that it happened to them and understand that that's not who they are. That does not define them as a person. Like, and I think that just showing a person that has been through something that drastic, if you show them unconditional love, you don't have to necessarily give them advice. I don't think that's what they're looking for.
That makes sense. But also like I feel like it would be hard to, like, if you tried to tell, like, you took exactly what you just said and he tried to say that to her, like, I don't feel like that would bring like a positive result.
I don't think.
I feel like she would.
I don't think that like I said, I don't think that words is necessarily what she's looking for. She's just looking for to be comforted.
Yeah, but he does
If
that.
she
though.
wants to. Yeah, but if she
But
wants to
it
talk,
still continues on.
I don't know.
I don't see. That's
I
what I'm
mean,
saying.
it's
I was perplexed because I don't know.
Well, there has to come to some level, like on her side of
Yeah.
like understanding that
Yeah,
he
that's
can't
true.
understand.
That's
Like
true.
it's not one sided. Any type of interaction is not just so one sided.
Yeah,
It's not black and white.
I know. That's also true. But like, I don't know. It's just a weird situation. I got to thinking about it, and I was like, that's just kind of odd to me, because I've just really never thought about it. I guess
Yeah,
it was kind of strange.
it's tough, but I mean, you just have to find a way.
Because as
to
time
handle
goes
it.
on, I mean, somebody we're close to might go through something like that. So I'd want to, give them some comfort or
Yeah,
give
I think
them
it's-
my advice. Well,
the
not
best-
necessarily my advice, but I'd want to show them that I cared about them, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to, like offend them, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you need to offend people to get your point across. If it's the truth.
I think you just need to be as genuine as you can be. If you're genuine about things, you're gonna turn people off.
yeah.
You're gonna polarize some people, and that just means you standing for what you believe in. You shouldn't have everybody like you. You shouldn't be a smooze. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you have everybody like you, you're trying to just please people and not be authentic.
Yeah. That's true.
So you're gonna have haters. Everybody's got haters. Some people have more than others.
Haters gonna hate, baby.
Like Ted Nugent. Man, a lot of people had Ted Nugent.
Haters gonna hate, baby.
A lot of people like Ted
The
Nugent,
Nuge
though, man.
just keeps on rolling.
I don't know why I thought of Ted Nugent, but.
Anyway,
Got you on the stranglehold, baby, like a dog in heat.
that's pretty good.
Dude, we were killing it.
Nuge cover band. We're starting one. If anybody's interested,
I'm on the drums.
you're definitely not on the drums.
Dude, I'm on the drums.
The Skins.
The Scans, bruh. No, man, I'll play the guitar if you want me to. No, dude, Will taught me how to play the
I
guitar.
didn't teach Gary how to play guitar.
Dude, are you kidding me right now?
I showed him some chords and he just learned himself.
G, C, and D. the most important chords in the playbook.
I didn't teach him though. I showed.
You don't even know how to. You don't even have to know how to play music, and you know of G, C, and D.
Hang on. There's a difference though. You can show somebody something, but that doesn't mean you're teaching.
But I didn't know anything about the guitar, and then you taught me something about the guitar, so you taught me how to play the guitar.
So okay. So when Gary's famous, I
tell
expect a
everybody that
10
you taught me how to play the
expect
guitar.
a 10% cut of
That's
all royalties.
not what I'm saying. Not what I'm saying. This is a 50-50 bargain right here, though. Once we get big,
Yeah. I thought about it. I was like, dude, I need to type up a contract for when we got sponsors out the bum and we just
Out
got
the bum.
we just got the cash rolling in. I was like, we got to have a contract in place to where Gary doesn't steal all my money. That devil, because I know you would.
No, I
Yeah, you
wouldn't,
would.
dude. I wouldn't do that to you, man.
Yeah, I'd take all the money. But okay, speaking of music though, and not necessarily making money, did you listen to that video that I sent you? No, you didn't.
No.
It was this guy, Dave Finley. That's his name, and he was on America's Got Talent like 3 or 4 years ago or something, and he's on The Voice now, and he said he like played at clubs and stuff and venues in Nashville, whatever. But he actually has a couple albums on Google Play, and dude, he is amazing.
Really?
Yeah, he's like super good. Like you'd love him. Love him.
I'll have to go check him out, dude.
You'll for sure have to check him out. Obviously, you don't want to check him out
Hold
too
on.
much.
Dude, I just have been busy. Like when you text me, I'm just like, oh, Will texted me, so, and then I get around to it, sort of.
No, you didn't get around to it at all.
No, dude, I'm still getting around.
I was
to
stoked
it.
on it, and I want you to hear it, and you just crushed me.
No, dude.
Yeah.
It's
I'll-
good. It's hey.
My heart-
It's bueno.
No,
It's
my heart was a
bueno.
little pebble. I mean, like a tiny little pebble, and he had on some mega work boots, and he just took his
Dude, have
heel
on some boots.
and crushed it. I mean, just smashed it, and then dug his heel into the ground, and just rammed me into the earth. Is that allowed? Are we allowed to do this?
What?
Dude, we're gonna have to cut this out. I don't know if you're allowed to play music.
No, dude.
You fool!
No, dude. If we cut it out, we cut it out. I just had to give him a glimpse of what we were talking about, man. I've listened to it now.
You
I
didn't
know.
listen to it though. You heard it, but you didn't listen.
I listened.
You didn't listen, Linda.
Baby, we've been through. Ha ha.
You didn't listen, Linda.
Dude, we're good. I'll listen. I'll take a listen to it.
Okay. No, for real though, can you play? Actually, I think you can. I think you can play music through your microphone, but not directly into the audio input.
Okay.
I think so. Don't quote me on that.
You might want to look into
'Cause
that
I've
before we
seen-
get sued
I've
and they
seen
take
on
all our
other
money that we're
podcasts
making.
where they held up a phone to the microphone and listened to it. But I don't know for sure. So.
Okay,
I'll check it out.
so you know what time of year it is?
Halloween.
It is Halloween, and we can totally talk about that. But I was talking more about hunting
Oh my God.
season.
It's open
And-
season.
It's open season, boo.
Boog.
Oh, boog. I'm illiterate. No. So the reason I bring that up, I know. See, Will's a big hunter. I'm not that big of a hunter.
Shut let the
Um,
record show. Let the record show. I don't mind hunting. I think hunting's cool. I think people that hunt are cool. I don't mind it at all. Killing some food so you can provide for your family. The sport of it, I think, is fine as long as you do it in moderation and legally. I think it's cool. Just not for me. Never done it. Probably never will do it. All my buddies ask me to go do it all the time. Nah, probably not gonna do it. So
Yeah.
just a disclaimer. But
Yeah,
I don't
he's-
mind hunting. I think it's cool, but just not for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. something that is for him though. He did run for the president of PETA last year.
Dude, shut
and
up.
No, I'm just and to anybody out there that supports PETA, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Anyways,
You're just offending everybody today.
I'm
You're not
hey,
politically correct.
This is what the hot takes are all about, my friend. So the reason I bring up hunting season though is because I was talking to Josh Payne here recently.
Our buddy, shout out Josh.
Josh.
I don't know if Josh listens to the podcast or not.
No, dude, he said he was going to listen in because I was talking to him about it. And
Right on, right on.
something that I want to bring up right now about this podcast is that as we continue, we plan on having pretty regular like guests. We plan on
Yeah.
having guests on pretty regular and talking to some pretty interesting people.
Yeah. Let me give
Hey.
a little segue on that. Well, it's kind
Okay.
of the same thing. Like when it's just me and you we'll still just do our own, we'll have a podcast which is me and Gary, and then we'll have, like 1 month we'll have a podcast or 3 times with, guests, and 1 time we'll just have it on our own. I feel like when we have a guest, like everybody I could think of that would be a guest with us has like a niche that they're very interested in and very good at. So I feel like, we can shoot the bull with them and stuff, but I feel like we should talk about that.
Oh, definitely.
We-
Like that's what I was fixing to say with Josh. Like Josh, our friend Josh Payne is a big time hunter, and he goes out and he guides people, and like eats it, he breathes it, he lives it,
Eats it literally.
and he
He
works
eats
at
the game.
UPS with my dad. He's gonna be a driver one day. Shout out Josh.
Shout out.
He's a good dude.
Second
Anyways,
shout
we'll
out.
have him on, and like that's just kind of an example. Like we'll have on like different people that have their own things, their own hobbies, their own gifts, if you will, and just kind of talk about it with them. See what they got going on.
Yeah. Yeah, like Josh is a good example of, somebody that like I was saying, like respects not the game, but respects the entire
what
the
hunting
entirety
is.
the integrity of hunting. Like
Yeah.
he like watches them grow up and like watches them, like live their life, and he like feeds them. I guess they well, not necessarily feeds them, but he gives
He makes sure they got
makes
food
sure
to
they have
eat.
food, watches them progress.
Just like a mama.
And then man, deer hunting, it's like you got to control the population though. It's actually good for the environment.
Definitely.
So, but that's also what I was saying. He does it legally.
The-
He never kills, more deer than he's supposed to. He does it the right way, and he respects the nature. He respects the animal.
Yeah, I mean hunting itself, like the program. If people that go through and they do it right, that the nation is set up, we're the biggest conservationists for these animals.
Yeah.
Like the majority of the money goes towards conserving wildlife.
Yeah.
So
Which I think is cool. So
it's definitely. I mean, it's you either have animals that overpopulate and die of disease or famine or whatever it is, or you control the population like we have, for the past millennia, hunting animals. Like that's just part of the food chain.
yeah.
I understand not everybody's gonna hunt,
Yeah.
but that's the way it should be.
And
Like,
I honestly don't see how people I mean, I can see how some people get mad about killing animals,
I mean, you shouldn't just like.
I
kill
know,
an
I
animal in
know, but
cold
I'm
blood.
saying there's some people that don't like, any hunting at all.
Yeah.
And I mean, I understand that to an extent, but I mean, we've had hunters and gatherers since humans have even
Since the
existed.
4 times.
I mean, like it's just the way it goes. It's just like a biological thing that we do. It's in our DNA. We're hunters.
Yeah.
People were hunters. They'd go out and hunt and bring in food. And then the gatherers, they go and collect
Yeah.
supplies and everything. It's just the way it goes. Like it's been that way. It's still that way, honestly. You have people that go out and, not necessarily to the same extent, but you have people that, go out, raise animals,
Yeah.
produce meat for
Well,
the
I mean, you think-
population.
You think about it from their perspective, and they're like, "Well, I don't want to kill an animal," but those green beans that you just bought in the green bean fields, they use all kinds of pesticides, and then they till up the land, which kills ground squirrels, groundhogs, animals that burrow.
Exactly.
Like you're killing animals doing that, just as much as an individual and on an individual. killing.
and
it. Like
you know,
hunting, stalking that animal,
if somebody's-
appreciating it, putting it on your table, like taking it out. Like
yeah, and somebody says, well, you know, I don't want to hunt animals. I don't want to kill any animals.
that's fine.
That's fine. Not everybody was a hunter. We also have gatherers. You have to gather supplies.
Dude, you're right. Seriously though, I think there's definitely a balance to it, and people get way too worked up over it. Hope nobody got too offended over our hunting talk.
I don't think there was anything to get offended about.
No, there's not, but there'll be people that get offended.
I'm not even going to start off on the tangent.
Don't even.
Everybody can have their own opinion,
Yep.
and we can still be friends.
Yep.
I'm gonna end it off with this. I'm gonna end it off. This is a
Okay.
quote from somebody. I won't get it exactly right. It's just I didn't say it, so somebody else said it. It said, I'm gonna use me and Gary as an example. We can disagree and still love each other. Like, it doesn't matter if we agree or we disagree. Like, the subject we're talking about doesn't affect anything that we have to do with, like, the way we feel about each other. Does that make sense?
Yeah, exactly. Like I'll give you an example. So like some people, some artists, some musicians have really good music that is just like almost like the very vast majority of people like their music. And some people, when you say, "Oh man, do you like so and so's music?" they'll say, "No, he's a so and so. He believes this.
He's trash.
That has nothing to do with his music. Like, that has nothing to do with him as a person. Like, we all have value. And just because you believe differently doesn't make you more valuable.
That's true.
So
I can dig that. I never thought about the music thing. Dude, I hate when somebody says that. They say, well, I won't listen to him because he supports this. Like, who cares?
Exactly.
I don't listen to him
Exactly.
for that reason. I listen to him because he makes dope music.
Exactly.
Or
Like-
she. It doesn't matter.
Anyways, you said you're going to end it off, so I'm going to let you do your thing.
All right. Well, we rolled on for a little while. I guess that's where we're going to finish her off at. So,
Gotta get
dude,
some sleep,
the second
man.
one, I feel like the second one was a little smoother than the first.
Yeah.
I feel like it was smoother.
We've been podcasting.
I'm Shut up,
I'm just kidding.
you fool. No, I feel like it was. I feel like it was smoother. I feel like we were a little more polished. Like the first one, we were just a turd, but this one's like a slightly polished turd.
I'm just an old lump of coal. I'm gonna,
gonna
be,
be
a
a
diamond
diamond
someday.
someday. You ever see that Jimmy Neutron movie?
Yeah,
where
dude.
he's like
that's
got
why.
the lump of coal.
That's where I know that song from, man. He's got the pearl in the microwave.
Yeah, and he like smashes it with the
Ding.
press, makes it up. Anyway,
Anyways, so you can find us. You can find me on Instagram and Snapchat. My Instagram is Gary the Great 96. That'd be GaryTheGreat. No underscores, no nothing, and then 96.
anything else?
On Snapchat, it's Gary Gairy.
Gary. Right on. Like I said before, I'm just not big on the social medias. But I guess, like I
He's
said,
not big on the social media.
on the social medias. But once we get it rolling, I guess I can start firing it up. Instagram is Will_Pennington00. That's WILL_PENNINGTON00. I do get on Twitter a lot. I don't tweet so much, but I do get on there more than any other thing.
tweeting
Yeah.
all these sick podcasts.
All these sick podcasts.
I seriously
baby.
didn't know we were podcasting. This is so
Dude,
smooth.
shut up. Anyway, that's at the Scavenger 23. That is at THESCAVENGER 23. The Scavenger. And also, we got a couple podcasts under our belt. We're, if we get a decent amount of people that listen to it, by decent I mean like 5, then
I thought it was like 2 last time. You kind of upping your standards.
Oh, it was 2? Well, if we get like
Dude.
2 listeners, dude, we already have 2 for
Bro,
sure.
I'll be a listener.
Yeah, we got me, you, and our other buddy, Paxton. That's 3.
Dude, yeah, we got 3 listeners.
So, yeah, we'll definitely start our own like Instagram account and Twitter page and stuff. But that is to come.
Alrighty, well,
All right. So
we'll see you next time.
see you next time. Boy.
Gary out.